Alright, everybody, welcome to Tribal Council. At the last immunity challenge, Gray came out victorious and ended up winning the Shibono survival game. With that being said, we are now at Tribal Council, where one of you will be sent to the jury. No more Redemption Island. Yeah, it's once you're out, once the tribe is spoken and your torch is snuffed, you're out of this game, and over to the jury you go. Mr. Gray, how are you?
I'm probably feeling the best I've felt in this game.
Rewind time to like the night you were voted out of this tribe. How were you feeling when you were like walking to Redemption, or when you first met Kai and Brittany at Redemption? How'd you feel that night?
Well, I felt defeated. I didn't think I could beat Kai, and I had put everything out there to certain people to kind of help me in my time of need, and I was kind of slapped away, you know. They didn't want to even listen to what I had to say, really, so
well, with that being said,
it was really unfortunate.
Well, with that being said, okay, so you're at Redemption, nobody took whatever deals or proposals you brought to them at the last Final Six. You got voted out, you're at Redemption. You win Redemption. You come back into the game to the same exact group of people who just voted you out. Now, rewind before immunity. Like, how were you feeling? Did you think, you actually had a shot at, A, winning immunity, or even passing this first tribal council after Redemption?
Well, I mean, of course I wanted to win immunity to ensure it. I didn't know what it was going to be, so I didn't know if I had a good chance or not, but I knew I was going to obviously give it my all. But obviously I did approach people and tell them what I would do and that I was willing, and hopefully that they would understand that I'm being genuine with that response and approach, and they will go through with it, win or lose. But it could have easily been me had I lost, but I think I'll still stick true to what I've said I'm going to do.
So, you're safe, you have immunity, you just won. When we hung up that challenge call and gave you guys time to talk about the vote beforehand, tell me a little bit about the conversations that took place on the sidelines.
Well, to be honest with me, I mean, it wasn't that eventful. I just knew who I was going to vote for as soon as I came back from Redemption. And I don't think discussing it right before the tribal was going to change anything. And I don't know, some people didn't really approach me with any kind of offer, so I don't have much choices, as per usual.
So do you think that your vote is going to be just like a shot in the dark tonight?
I don't think it'll be a shot in the dark, but
Jared, that's when you mute your mic, Jared.
What I have to do.
Thank you. Sorry, say that one more time, Gray.
I don't think my vote will be a shot in the dark, but I think my vote is what I think is best for my game right now, as well as what I think is the right thing to do.
Awesome, thank you, Mr. Gray. Hey, Miss Mary.
Charlie and Mary got dropped.
Oh, sorry, we'll skip Miss Mary and we will skip Miss Shiley.
With how those other three aren't on the call right now.
Okay, well that kind of defeats the purpose of tribal council. Can somebody try calling them? Oh, Shiley's here. Mary's here. Mary, you here?
Yeah, I'm trying to get out of my cell. I'm about to go into the car with my dad.
Alright, I'm gonna just ask Mary questions from you, unless you're being spoken to, just for a second. Thank you. Miss Mary, are you around?
Yes.
Hey, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm pretty good. So you came close to winning the last challenge. You're vulnerable with this vote. How is this vote gonna work for you tonight in getting past the final six and making it into the final five? What?
Can I just say I'm really bummed I didn't win that challenge because I tried to do it. Oh, what a stupid advance. What? Sorry. I guess to make it final, I'm just gonna have to, I don't know, because, I don't know, can you ask the question again, please?
Yeah, of course. So tonight you're vulnerable. How
Okay.
is tonight gonna work for you? Like, what are you basing your vote on, and how are you gonna get past 6 to 5 tonight?
I think everybody here is vulnerable, and everybody here is a big threat, so any move that we make tonight is gonna be, like, you know, like it's gonna affect the game, I think, so.
Now, Mary, you're a big Survivor fan. You've seen the show before, right?
Right.
When you get towards the end game, it's all about situating yourself in the best position to win. In your opinion, do you think you were set up in the best position to win?
I think, probably, not, but to me, I would rather feel proud of where I am instead of, like, taking the easy way out, I guess.
You don't think you took an easy way?
I don't, actually.
All right, Miss Mary, do you think at this point in the game you've set yourself up to win?
I think I definitely have potential to win. I don't think I'm as vocal as everybody else, and that's my downfall. But I mean, it could happen.
Do you think after tonight, when there's only 5 people left, if you survive, you've just increased your chances of winning the game? So after tonight's travel, do you think, other than, you know, the obvious that, hey, you're going from 6 to 5, but do you think that in all reality, after this person gets sent to the jury, that your odds of winning the game have increased a lot? What's your opinion?
I think so. Man, you know the right things to say to make my armpit sweat? Sorry, you made me so nervous.
I've been doing this for 10 years, honey.
Wow. Okay, but yeah, I mean, if I keep, I think I can. Yeah, I think I would improve.
All right, so you have a hard time answering questions from me, and I'm not even in the game. If you make the final tribal council, how do you think you're going to deal with all of these questions coming from people who might be scorned, bitter opponents?
It's not that. It's that I have to also, like, I have to kind of, like, treat it like I'm a politician answering questions, because anything I say can be used against me, you know what I mean? So I have to, like, think about what I say beforehand, and then I forget the question because I'm crazy. But I think in the final, I'll be able to say what I've been holding in this whole entire time, and it'll be a lot more fun.
Heard. So if you make it there, we'll be able to have a little bit of honesty coming from Miss Mary. Shiley, please mute. Thank you.
What are you holding in?
Nothing. I just, like, if I say one thing, then it could be taken another way. Like, it's just everything. You know what I mean?
They're about to. It's a Survivor game. They're at Tribal Council right now, and they're about to vote somebody out of the game. And so now they're talking and stuff to strategize. All right. Thank you, Miss Mary, and thank you, Miss Shiley. Shiley, while you're Shiley, while you just chimed in, I'm gonna throw the same question that I just asked Mary. At this point in the game, do you think you have a shot at winning?
Well, if I didn't say yes, I feel like that would be really self-deprecating, so I would say yes.
After this vote, just like I asked Mary, do you think you will have positioned yourself with better odds at taking home the title, opposed to other people that you're playing with?
Hey guys, I'm here. I'm sorry.
Hello? Hello?
Hi, Shiley. Did you hear my question? Okay, she just got disconnected, so I will move on.
Hello? Sorry, I got lost. What?
Hi, are you there, Miss Shiley?
I'm here.
I threw the same question that I just threw at Mary. That after tonight's vote from 6 to 5, do you think at the position at the final 5 that you've positioned yourself in a better position than your opponents to take home the crown?
After this vote?
No, after the last vote.
Yes. Oh, what was the last? Oh, voting Gray out?
No, I mean this vote. I was being sarcastic.
Oh, sorry. No, I think it'll position me better. Sure. I mean, because I'd be in, like, the final 5, officially.
Yes, of course it would be. You would be in a better position because the obvious is you go from 6 to 5. Clearly, you're in a better position. But in terms of who is leaving the game tonight, next round, do you think like you position yourself? Okay, I'm not going to ask her a question. It seems that she keeps on dropping, and I don't think I'm going to get anywhere, so I'll move on. Miss Audrey, hey!
What up?
What up? How are you tonight?
Doing alright. I'm a little bummed. I wanted a streak of winning immunities, but
You actually came really close. And possibly, you know, if you'd gotten on a special spot or a special spot wasn't, or special reward wasn't used at a particular time, you probably could have taken that challenge. From my vantage point, I couldn't help but notice that maybe you had a little vendetta against Bailey and tried to, you know, limit the amount of moves he could make throughout the challenge. What was going on during that challenge?
well, I mean, it's human nature to put up your defenses when you feel like someone is on their offensive, against you. And I've heard, through the grapevine on the beach that Bailey has been gunning for me and, didn't want me to win. And so, of course, I was going to try to take out the one person that was gunning for me, the little frickin' challenge. I'll be home somewhere around.
So you're saying that back at camp stuff pretty much dictated where you went and how you planned your moves in this challenge.
It wouldn't have influenced how I played in the challenge until I found out that he was actually going to try to sabotage the challenge.
Oh, okay. Bailey, I'm putting the spotlight on you just because Audrey's mentioned you a little bit. Tell me a little bit about her claims of you targeting her back at camp. Is there some truth to this?
You guys are at tribal council. This is getting ridiculous.
This really is getting ridiculous.
I'm sitting here as a viewer watching, and I barely see a tribal council. This is a hot mess. Unimpressed.
Yeah, honestly, I could have better things to do with my night. So with that being said, Drew, I have no disrespect for you.
Sorry, guys, I'm back. I'm back. I'm sorry.
It's okay, I'm moving on. Mr. Drew, what's up?
How you doing, Sandy?
So, Audrey just sort of called out Bailey for strategizing behind her back at camp. Is this something you were aware of? Do you think that situation is going to play into what's going to happen tonight?
Well, I think that the game, the way that it's been going, people have finally started to realize this challenge is perfect for this point in the game, because I think a lot of people have realized that they maybe haven't made the moves that they thought they were going to make in the game. So you kind of back yourself into a corner, which is what happened in this challenge. And I think it was the perfect timing for the game to see this, because I think a lot of people are seeing that they might have not played the game that they thought they played. They might not, their perception of things and what actually happened are two different things. So I think this challenge is perfect, and of course I know. I've been playing a social game, so I think I've known what's going on the entire time.
Bailey.
And it wasn't just my name that was brought up either. Drew's name was also thrown out there.
Out of Bailey's mouth?
Okay, where are you getting this, Audrey? I never said Drew's name. I never breathed Drew's name. Where are you getting this from? There's a round before this, but... Yeah, I know, but... You didn't say my name?
You did. You said it to me, you said it to Gray, you said it to Shriley.
I did not! Alright, well, let me talk for a second. Have you seen The Sixth Sense, Bailey? Yes, I have. There's a scene at the end where Haley Joel Osment finds out that host the entire time. Yeah. You thought we were playing the same game the entire time? Wasn't it? Hold on, you're kind of cutting out. What's up? I'm just telling you, you thought we've been playing the same game the entire time? We haven't been. we've been voting the same way, but everyone else has been voting with us too, and they're all playing different games.
Yeah. I didn't say your name. I said a lot of the names just to make Gray feel better about where he was in the game last round.
You never said my name, though? Come on, dude.
I said your name, but I never intended to vote you out.
I understand that.
Well, then that's like a different story, because you just said you didn't say his name.
Okay, that's what I never said his name with the intention of voting him out.
Well, intention can be perceived two different ways.
Well, yeah, but my intentions were not voting out Drew. I don't know what else to
I
say.
don't know. I think if you have an intention to not vote out Drew, it would just be to not bring his name up at all. Especially if you're trying to have good jury management as well.
Yeah, I'm sure, but Drew, I swear to you, I never brought up your name with the intention of voting you out.
I believe that, but at a certain point, what are you going to do? I have to separate myself from you in the game, maybe. Because obviously you're trying to separate yourself from me. I think I played a much better game than you. I think I played a much different game than you. I think your perception of our games is similar when I just don't think that's the case. And publicly, when it's jury time, and you go out there and you tell everyone we're playing the same game, I can't, at a certain point, I have to step up and say what I've been doing. And for the first half of the game, I'm sorry, I don't want to be a jerk about this, but I through the game. I saved you.
You cannot carry me through the game.
I filled you in when you couldn't, and I made sure your name was on the block. But that's what I do. That's what I did at the beginning. And I'm not saying it was a partnership. A lot more to find out that you're betrayed. Know what you want me to do.
Is Drew going in and out for anybody else, or is it just me?
No, it's me too.
He's kind of going in and out.
He's cutting out for me as well.
Alright, Drew. You usually don't cut in and out. I'm not sure if it's where you are or if you're using a different device to connect to Skype right now, but you are going in and out, so I just want you to know that. I'm trying to appreciate everything that you are saying right now.
Okay, can you hear me now? Is this better?
Yep, I hear you.
Is this better? Can you hear me now?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so I forget. I'll re-say what I was saying. I was saying that at the beginning of the game, I did everything I could to keep Bailey because I needed a partner like Bailey in this game, and I saved it when it wasn't always the best for me to do. I think it was, and I think Bailey was under the impression of the same game because we were voting the same way, and every time we had strategy discussions, the decision together. However, there were times at the beginning of the game when I made the decision of what we were going to do before I talked to Bailey. So we got to the end of the game, and Bailey and I were partners in this, but a lot of the time I made up the decision before I talked to him about the strategy. And to find out that I stuck my neck out for him and I saved him at the beginning of the game and publicly said that we were partners the entire time, which put a target on my back, which I didn't like. But when you're with someone, you got to put up with stuff you don't like. And that he's throwing trade. So obviously at a certain point, I have to publicly separate myself from him to show that I played a different game. Because if you get to the end of the game with someone and people think you've played the same game, that's not good for you. Because you're probably going to split votes. And I don't want this game to come down to who people like more. I want it to come down to everything. This game is about social, it's about strategic, and it's about physical. And everyone has their strengths in this game. And I feel like I'm one of the strongest players left in this game. I have no problem saying it at this point in the game. Like I said a couple tribals ago, you're not a target at this point, you can't win.
Mr. Bailey, what do you have to say about that? I have a question for you. From what I've just been hearing and over the course of the game past tribal councils, would you say that you trust Drew or trusted Drew? Just rewind to like 6 days ago. If I asked you this question, do you trust Drew?
6 days ago? Yeah, trust Drew. Now, not sure.
Any regrets? If you leap tonight, any regrets?
Yeah, I wish I could have made a bigger impact for myself on this game. I think I did play the game for myself, and I tried to play the game for myself, but I think sometimes I went too much with the crowd. I didn't like try to make moves for me, and if I win tonight, I would be supremely disappointed because my game didn't pan out, and I don't even know if even if I make it through this tribal, I don't know if it'll get the chance to pan out. So I think right now I have no clue what's going on, and whatever. Good game, guys.
All right. Well, Bailey just said to everybody about his game not panning out. Now, when somebody gets voted out tonight, we'll be down to 5, and again, somebody else's game isn't gonna pan out. Bailey, from your vantage point right now, if you do get sent to the jury, your game didn't pan out, in your mind, who else's games are in jeopardy of not panning out? Whose games are in jeopardy of reliving the same story that you could possibly be going through right now?
I'd say probably Mary and Shiley. Mary and Shiley, you both have played games that were very reliant on other people. I don't think they were as reliant. I think they're more reliant than mine was. And I'm trying to make a big move. And I think that you two both need a big move. So, you know what, tonight, I'm voting for Audrey. And if you want a big move, if you want to say, hey, look at this, I didn't just follow the crowd, go with the easy vote, which is me. If you want to vote, if you want a chance to actually have something to say, if you're on the jury, then vote Audrey right now.
I can't help but feel like I've heard this speech.
I feel like this is deja vu.
I was just saying that. I feel like I've relived this speech with 3 other people, like in this past game. Bailey, what do you have to say for yourself? You are literally mimicking the speech of Brittany before she left. You're mimicking the speech of Trevor before he left, and you're mimicking the speech of, like, yeah.
What am I supposed to do? I'm out of options right now. I think
I just want to know where you think you went wrong, because I'm pretty sure up to 6 days ago you think you probably had all the options in the world. What do you think? What went wrong? Where did the options go?
I don't even know anymore. I just think it's been mostly my gameplay, which has just been too reliant on other people. It's been trying to play the middleman while sticking with other people. I think I could have played this game better, and right now I am out of options. And I know it sounds like two or three other speeches that have happened in the past, but
So you chose a consecutive failed method.
I thought it would get me better in the game. Obviously, it probably is not. So
I'm just curious, then, do you have any other proposals for me, or am I just, like, chopped liver over here?
at this point, I think you are way too much of a threat to go any farther in this game. You have been consecutively winning challenges. Like tonight, we got lucky because you didn't, and this is the perfect night to get you out. You are very social. People like you, and you are very strategic. And you have shown that you are a really good player in this game, and you will go. If you go to the end, I think you beat Drew. I think you beat anybody that goes to the end. I think right now you're public enemy number one. You should be everybody's public enemy number one. And you know what? I'm finally tired of saying, like, I don't really care anymore. I'm going to say it. You are public enemy number one, and I think you should be the person that leaves this game right now if anybody else wants to win.
And can I just say, piggybacking off Bailey's point, Audrey, if you're going to be the top target, every time someone says that they're going to vote for you, how about you step up and you take it? If you're going to be a target and you want to win the game, own it.
That's so hypocritical.
Okay, all I've done, tribal after tribal after tribal, have said if you come at me, that's fine. I'm probably going to vote you out. I got votes last round. I probably could have thrown Bailey's name under the bus to not get Gray to vote for me, but I didn't do it.
Gray didn't go for you last round.
Yeah, I didn't go for you at all.
No, I know.
threw my vote to you because of what you said was just, like, ingenuous in your video.
Right, but that was Gray. That video was telling Bailey that I knew what was up.
But then you kind of just went against what you said.
No, it was kind of a warning shot that I knew what you were doing, but I had to get you out because you're a bigger threat at that moment.
But what was he doing?
What was Bailey doing?
What was Gray doing?
Winning challenges, getting round after round. Gray is the cat that never dies in this game. Well, now you have more challenge wins than me.
I have just something to quickly touch on before we wrap this up. Bailey pretty much said to us, and in a big speech, pretty much what we've heard from people who are now sitting on the jury. And while he said that, he pointed out that he doesn't think Shiley and Mary have what it takes or been playing to either go further or that they'll be in danger if he leaves. Shiley, Mary, do you fear that you'll be following in Bailey's footsteps at all? Because he said you were being like him and sort of being reliant on other people's games. And Drew's pretty much said if you haven't made a move and if you're not a target, you probably can't win. Does any of this hit you at all? Shiley, Mary, if you want to comment about, Bailey saying...
Seriously, you should really think about this one. Actually answer the questions.
Yeah, Shiley, answer your question. Give me a break.
She's doing it in the text, but...
I don't care. This is tribal council.
I'm at dinner, everybody.
Shiley, bottom line.
Fine.
It's not real.
Whatever. Something happens, I'm fine. Whatever happens, happens.
For episodes. You pay attention? Can you take part?
I'm here! Jeez, why is everyone reaching me out today?
It's tribal council. We use these in
I'm
episodes.
here! Fine, let me just fuck my entire family and just walk away. That's perfect.
Honey, but here's the thing. You knew...
I'm answering your question.
No, Shiley, but you're not going to throw at production the excuse that you're at a family dinner when you knew about this challenge and like a week before, honey. This whole game, like this past week has been geared toward catering to Shiley. Granted, I did it at free will and because I respect what you had going on in your life. But the fact is you're at tribal council, and if you can't answer a question...
I'm here. Stop repeating.
No, you're not here because Shiley, you're not here. That's the fact. You keep on coming on and off the call. I'm at dinner. I'm with 1,000 people. Guess what? You've known about this. You've known it, but here's the thing. I don't want to hear it as an excuse as to why you keep on bumping off the call, why you can't answer questions. Like you've known about this for X amount of days. So come next live challenge, if you have to parachute out of the sky during the challenge, guess what? I don't care.
Fine. I won't step away from the dinner table and finish the conversation. I don't know why you started flipping out at me. Is anyone defending me at all? Because that would be nice. I know.
Shiley, I'm sorry if I'm getting irritated with you, but the point and the fact of the matter is, I care about the things that go on in the lives of this cast. We have not had an immunity challenge for 7 goddamn fucking days, okay? I'm sorry? No, you're not here, Shiley. I don't give 2 shits that you're at dinner. I really don't care.
I'm here right now. Jesus. What do you want? Do you want me to answer the question or not? Because I don't have to answer it then if you don't want it.
No, honestly, we're like moving on. I'm not asking you shit.
Fine.
Shit.
Fine.
Don't Shiley.
Fine.
Moving on.
Fucking shit.
Okay, now we're gonna just finish this fucking tribal council because I've had enough of this bullshit. Next tribal council, Shiley, I swear to God, if you're not 100% devoted to IS for like 2 hours, then don't bother showing up. Vote beforehand because I'm not dealing with this bullshit. Moving on. I'm gonna ask you guys one at a time to stand up, head over to the voting booth, and cast your vote. But that's how a typical tribal council would work. But today, Shiley has decided to use her public tribal council. So tonight, we will be voting publicly. Now, how this is going to work, we've as soon as Shiley let us know that she wanted to use this public tribal council, we random.org'd a list. So, instead of coming up, going to Ricky and messaging a vote to Ricky, when I say, hey, Shiley, it's time to vote, you will type the name of the person you are voting out in the chat, and I will read it aloud. Does anybody have any questions? No. Votes are being public. We have an order. Production, can somebody just copy and paste me that order one more time, please?
Yeah, just 1 second.
Thank you. Alright. Mary, it's time to vote.
And you just want me to post it?
Just type the name of the person. That's all you need. Just like it's a parchment. Yep. First vote is from Mary. And she's voted for Bailey. Next up, Gray. It's time to vote.
I think I gave Bailey the opportunity he wanted to earlier, so I think it's only fair to treat him the way I felt I was treated, so my vote goes for Bailey.
That's 2 votes for Bailey. Audrey, you're next.
I'm owning that I was the target, but Bailey, your priorities were incorrect in this game. And people that you thought were your allies this whole time were never, from so many moves ago. And I'm sorry, but it has to be you.
Alright, that's 3 votes for Bailey. Bailey, you're up.
Well, nothing to say. I think you are the biggest threat to win this game, and I think everybody else is stupid to not let you have another 2-challenge immunity streak to get to the final tribal and sweep the jury. And frankly, if you do make it to the final tribal council, you probably have my vote. So, congrats, Audrey. You have voted me out, and you have the best chance to win this game.
Alright, we're at 3 votes for Bailey, 1 vote for Audrey. Next to vote, Drew.
Sorry, buddy. Hopefully your vote's not set in stone.
And 4 votes is enough. I'm sorry, Bailey, but you need to bring me your torch.
Buddy.
Unfortunate,
Damn.
Bailey. The tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go.
I'll be looking forward to my timber dance. I'll be doing my timber dance at Ponderosa. You all get to miss it. Sorry.
Bailey, it's been a pleasure hosting you, my friend. But after 36 days here in the game, like I said, the tribe has spoken. Off to Ponderosa you go. Alright, final 5, glory spot round. Hey girl, hey. Audrey, Drew, Gray, Mary, and Shiley, congratulations. This is monumental. Everybody in the iSurvivor community is fapping right now. We are at the final 5. This is everybody's favorite round. So if you do get voted out, yes, you didn't win, but you did get 5th place in iSurvivor, and that literally is a crown or a little tiara to walk around wearing very proudly. With that being said, Shiley, I love you. You're active. You're great. You're hysterical. But I'm just going to say this one more time without screaming. You've known about tonight way long ago. And the fact of the matter is if you're at dinner with your parents at 8 o'clock when you're supposed to be at a challenge, that's your bad. And if you expect people to accommodate your craziness that you have in real life, that is not our issue. And we're not going to, cater to it, because the fact is we just had a week break. I posted in the Facebook group that Monday we're full force, full steam ahead in the game. So the fact that you have all this shit going on and you expect people to help you out when we're having a serious tribal council, this is the final 6, I'm sorry, that's not going to happen again.